Hey class, I'm just a little late getting at this. Turns out I'm fighting a dose of bronchitis, so hopefully I'll get through this without coughing away and making a nuisance of myself. There's a couple things that I wanted to point out. We are finishing up our look in emotional intelligence, and your social awareness is what you're going to be doing some plans on. I hope you really came to understand how important this whole topic of emotional intelligence is. I just wish somebody would have brought this to my attention a long time ago. It might have saved me a little pain here and there. Not to mention the pain of others. Yes, self-awareness, social awareness, social competence is our topic this week. So we'll finish that up, but I'd like you to in any of the writing that you're going to do moving forward in the next few weeks, and we're at the halfway point, this is week 4, reach back into the strengths-based leadership and the emotional intelligence things that you learned, especially about yourself, and bring those topics and ideas and feelings forward into the new material. In a lot of cases, I think they'll apply, and it'll make some of these topics more personal for you, and that's really what we're after. Even though this is a leadership seminar and leadership is a broad topic, the focus is primarily personal leadership. So whenever we can make it about you, that's what we'll do. We'll continue on with Mr. Cynic, and he's going to focus a little bit more on the concept of trust and the circle of safety, so you'll see him talk at length about that. It's very interesting reading. I hope you find his book to be it's an easy read, it's a quick read, and I always read with a highlighter. I don't know about you. Almost any book I pick up, I use a highlighter just so I can go back through, scan through, and pick out the top, my favorite items whenever I want to. So we'll have a discussion question on that. And one piece of paper, I neglected to mention that we were supposed to start reading that last week, but we'll catch up this week. And so Mike Figliolio will start to get us into that whole concept. And I really like his approach to try to condense ourselves into one piece of paper. His concept of leadership maxims. I think you're going to find that it's really powerful, and especially at this early stage in your careers. If you can develop a really good set of personal leadership maxims and do your best to live by those, your career and those of those around you will be positively impacted. I have no doubt of that. Again, a concept I sure wish I would have run into a long time ago. You'll notice in some of the discussion questions that I have shared, some of the maxims that I developed when I went through this book a few years ago. Now, here's one thing that's going to be important. You'll find this. This is the one piece of paper, and it's for personal leadership, leading yourself. Some questions that he asked you to go through, and I'm going to have you do that. But this will be your leadership journal this week. All right, let me say it again. This is what you'll submit as your leadership journal. Now, again, I'm going to ask that I see material, things that you've learned from other things this week or even in previous weeks show up in here. A lot of this is going to be previous experience on your part, so this is very personal. It's very you, and I hope you really enjoy doing this. I can tell you that if I had an opportunity to do this back early in my career, I definitely would not enjoy doing it, because reflection was not a strong suit of mine. I'm a ready, fire, aim guy. Let's go try something. If it doesn't work, let's reload, try again. Well, the thing is that reflection is that important piece where we actually make sense out of what we're experiencing. And if I could have learned to slow down enough and reflect more, my path would have been a lot smoother. So this is the reflection piece. If you're finding that it's a little tough for you to slow down enough to reflect, try to perfect it. Kind of like, I guess, taking up yoga, especially for old old guys like me. Yoga would be a tough deal. Take me a while to really embrace it, but I know it's good for me. Same thing is true with reflection. So remember that sheet. Look for it. That's going to be your leadership journal entry for this week. So again, I think it looks like a pretty good week. I really like the books that we're using, and what we're trying to do is to get you to really open your mind about what leadership can be, and more importantly, what you can be as a leader.